Hey, Bones people, look at us. Look at us. I'm so proud to be here. And you know it's important because all these honchos are here. That's cool for us. We like it. I wrote some remarks out because it's seldom a good idea for me to speak without them. Anyone who's at Barry's wedding remembers that. If you weren't, it was bad. Oh man, I was hoping David would stay in the crying room. 100 episodes is I'm going to go like this now, a real milestone. It's unequivocal, it's concrete. We made it to 100 episodes. Most people don't. This is just one of those times when we can say without caveats or modifiers, we made it to 100 episodes. Look at us. Everyone else asked me, did you expect to reach 100 episodes? And I say yes. At episode 99, I was pretty positive we'd reach 100. A series has many beginnings. The pilot, the first season, and then every single episode after that. So if do a little hand raising. Who was here for the pilot? And I'm including studio execs and, you know, that many people. Nice to see you. Look at us. I'm thinking of Dave Jeffrey. I remember interviewing him. And then this show got started because Barry had an idea. Barry Josephson. I dumped another project because it wasn't working out. The studio, to whom I owe everything, this studio has been very good to me, asked me to go meet Barry. I said no, and Jen Sulky said, come on. So I went to see him, and we actually had a meeting of the minds. Two more opposite human beings you will not find, but on this project, we had a meeting of the minds. Barry was very excited about my pitch on this show and supported me the whole way. This would not exist without Barry. Literally, this would not exist without Barry. This is not a Hart Hanson conception. This is a Barry Josephson conception. Without him, this show wouldn't have been here. We would never have gotten on the air. I could tell you a million reasons why, but Barry Josephson, my partner, deserves a huge amount of credit for getting it. Who was here? Raise hands again. Who was here for the first season? More people. I'm delighted to see this many people in our company from the first season to here. It was a rough first season. Thank you so much. It was a tough season. It was very exciting. It was traumatic. But we got through it. I didn't know if we'd make it till Christmas, and here we are. So those of you who were here that first season, remember that. I'm incredibly grateful to you for hanging in and working so hard in all these years. I'm so glad to see you here today. Look at us again. Oh, look, I went past. Then there are the people who came in along the way. I think I remember almost every single one of you, and every single one of you that came over the hill like the cavalry to help us. I'm remarkably grateful to you too. The show depended upon some key people coming in when we really needed you. And I'm going to try and avoid naming names because it's a long list. But I have to point out the lovely and talented Ian Toynton, who has done so much for us. Does anyone see a white-haired man? That's Ian. And Gordon. Gordon Lonsdale came in. Things got better. Okay. There are other people who came in as we went. You're so important. So thank you very much. The writer's room on Bones. Writers, are you here or are you angry somewhere? If the writers could just wave their arms over there. This is the best it was a bloodbath getting here, a bloodbath. The writer's room was purged at almost every season. The ones we have now and have had for a couple seasons are the best writer's room I've ever worked with. Carla, wave your arms. Josh, Karen, all of you, wave your arms. Tremendously grateful to have you here, and it's a tough go. It's a tough gig. I was trying not to mention people by name, but there's a couple people. I'm almost done. I have to mention by name. One is my good friend Stephen Nathan. Everyone thinks that Stephen and I have known each other for 20 years. Some people think we've been married for 20 years. We have not. We knew each other for a short period of time before Bones. On the day I called Stephen to ask him if he'd be interested to come and work on this show, he said yes. He hadn't seen a script. He certainly hadn't seen a pilot. And he came in on that day, and this man is like a Swiss Army knife. He can do anything. He has huge amounts of enthusiasm. And he puts up, I mean, most of you have seen me at least once on a bad day. Stephen gets that heart every day. And he's the most magnificent guy you could work with in the world. I could get very gushy, but I won't. And we're not married. I got one, I think, selfish moment, too. I asked my wife to come here today because she is my partner in everything. And Bridget, where are you? There's my wife. Bridget. You don't see her often. She's my wife. But she's my partner in everything. She knows all of you. And with any part of getting to this 100 episodes that is you assigned to me, she should get more than half of that. So just selfish thank you to my wife, Bridget. Here we are, 100 episodes. I could not be prouder. It's a real thing. I'm so pleased with the Bones Company. You people have gotten here by blood, sweat, and tears. It's an amazing achievement, and someone has to thank you. So it might as well be me and our odd fans. David, are you going to talk next, or Emily? One of you. Mr. David Boreanaz.
Wow, this is quite a moment just to sit back and really revel in what we have here as people and human beings. I think what's really special about this moment is, as a family, we've all gotten here together. And we've all gotten here together in one way or the other. There's been a lot of tears, there's been a lot of anger, there's been a lot of conflict, a lot of love and humor. And most importantly, we've all had people that we've relied on. I've relied very heavily on my family and my wife, Jamie, who's in the back with our beautiful daughter, Bardot and Jaden. I've relied very heavily with my friends and a fantastic crew that day in and day out will give so much of themselves. Lisa Mack said once to me, we're like a circus act. We go from one show to the other. Well, if this is a circus act, then I applaud this circus act very loudly on my behalf. And everyone, thank you so much to the best crew that I have ever worked with. And also, first and foremost, to 20th Century Fox, the network and the studio, the relationship that I've garnished with Dana and Gary for so long. They've been very supportive of us in so many ways. And to Hart, who is more like my big brother and has heard me, and he's given him my ear for so many days. And to Stephen and the rest of everybody here, and most importantly, the cast. Every one of you give so much of your heart and your love and your friendship, and it's important to be able to recognize that when we do come in and work, and it's 7 a.m. call times, that we're there for each other. And it's such a blessing to be a part of that. And to Emily, who, I don't know, there are moments when, you see someone and you're working and that person just recognizes something inside of the other person and says, I'm there to help you get through a scene or help you to figure out a moment. And I thank you so much from my heart. And I give my heart to not only you, but to the cast. So thank you and congratulations on 100. Come on.
This is very strange. I thought that we would just be talking to our crew. But I feel very like this is, I don't know, photo opportunity. But it is. It's a photo opportunity. I think the other day we were talking about our big numbers last Thursday and beating CSI and all of that. And Frank, the boom operator, said, that's great. That's great for you guys. And I said, it's not us. It's us. It's not us guys. It's all of us that have done this. And I just hope that everyone who's worked on the show, whether they've been here from the pilot or they started this season, feels like they are a part of this, and we can't do that without all of you. We couldn't have made it to 100 episodes. We couldn't have gotten the ratings that we are getting. And as Dana said, I mean, it sounds like a 10-year pickup. I don't know. She said 100 more, and I'm doing the math, and I think that sounds like 10 years. So we couldn't make it to 10 years without all of you guys. I think, Hart said so much.
As usual.
And you talked on and on. You talked on and on. No, you said wonderful things. I'm so grateful for Hart for creating this character, for all of the writers, for writing such wonderful scripts, for the studio and the network for supporting us through all of this, for David, my amazing partner, and I feel the same way with you. He's helped me through so many hard times and good times, and I feel like we can sometimes understand each other without even speaking words. But thank you all, and I don't know, who else is talking? I don't know. Cut the cake.
Barry,
exactly. So why don't we have David and Hart and Emily get behind the cake, and we'll flank them with our studio and network chiefs, and then we'll invite casting producers to join them in a second. So it's just, yes. So why don't we have Dana and Gary and Peter and Kevin?
What? No, we're not.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, all right. Where's Ian? Yeah. Sure. Oh, I see.
That's fine, right there. No, you're fine, thanks.
David.